Hello, this is Liz Humphreys from Changing the Chemistry's technical support team. In this session, I'm going to cover 4 different things. Firstly, I'm going to briefly recap how to complete your profile and change your password. Then I'm going to go on to talk about the way in which we've set up groups and how you can interact with those on the site. Thirdly, I'll cover how to find out about events that are available to you. And finally, I'll cover the ways in which you can message other members. The starting point for accessing Changing the Chemistry's system will usually be the home page at Changing the Chemistry's website, which is changingthechemistry.org. If you find that you've arrived at a page other than the home page where you want to start, you can use this banner and click on Home to navigate through to the home page. Then to log into your account, you use this section on the right here, click in the box and type in the username that you've been given. As you can see, if you have already logged in, the system remembers you and you can just select the option for it to fill in the information that you've already given it. Then click in Login and we find that we get taken to a page where there's a list of recent activity and you should be able to see your photo and your name, and when you click on that it takes you to your personal profile area. So the 2 main things that you need to do, first of all, if you haven't already done so, is to update your profile and to change your password from the temporary password you were given by the technical support team. If you click on Profile from this list, you can see that you get an option to edit the information and you can go through and fill in all the boxes. At the moment, you have to fill in every single one before you can click Save at the bottom. And we're looking at whether we can change that so you can do a partial complete and then come back another time and finish it off. But at the moment, you have to go through every single bit. The way in which we've tested this suggests that actually that only takes about 15 to 20 minutes, so hopefully not too onerous, and it's something that's done and out of the way. Of course, if anything changes about your circumstances, your experience, you get a new appointment, etc., it's important to come back and just add information to make sure it's as up to date as possible. Then in relation to your password, if you select Settings from this list, you can see that this takes you straight to the area where you can update your password. Obviously, you can enter the unique password that you've chosen in this first box, then you need to repeat it and click on Save Changes, and that's you sorted out. While you're on this page, you might also find it useful to go to the email part of this menu, where you can see that there's a long list of options for you to choose the basis on which you want to receive information from the site. And obviously it's just a matter of going through and selecting which option is relevant to you. And then relating to this is the option to change the way in which you receive emails from individual groups that you are a member of. If you click on this link down here, it takes you to that list of the groups that you're a member of. It's actually a list that you could also access from the groups entry in this menu too. And you can see from here that there is an option to select the way in which you want to receive information per group. One of the best things about this system is the level of detail into which you can go to help you manage the flow of traffic from the site. Now you can see here that for all CTC members I have selected the Daily Digest option, which means that regardless of the number of messages that are posted to that group through the day, I get a single email that summarises them all each day. If I wanted to change that, I can look at the other options and I can either decide to get no email at all. I can have a weekly summary, which is obviously similar to the Daily Digest, but just bundles up all the everything through the week into one email. Or I could select all email, which is an option for you to receive notifications about any postings to this group as soon as they're posted. So that's notifications one by one. And as I say, you can have different settings for different groups. So you can see that for me, I've chosen to receive a weekly summary for the graduate group. And for the executive team group, I like to see any email as it comes in. So you can go through and decide what's relevant for you and set your settings accordingly. In relation to the groups that you might have in your version of this list, you should automatically have been added to the All CTC Members group when your account was set up. And then you may by now have asked to be a member of some of the other groups that are available. To find out which groups have been set up, you go to membership groups from this black banner. When you click on that, it brings up the entire list, and you'll see on the side here that this is another way in which you can change the frequency of notifications, and you can manage your membership or otherwise of these groups. If there's a group that you would like to join that you are not yet a member of, it's simply a matter of clicking on the Request Membership button. It may be that you would like to be a member of the target group if you are looking for board appointments and would like some help with that. Or if you already have a board appointment, you might want to join the graduate group where you can share experiences and challenges with other members who also have board appointments. It's important to remember that when you complete your profile, even though you are asked at that point to check boxes to say whether you would like to be members of these two groups, nevertheless you still need to come to this page and actively request membership. And then the system administrators that help us with the running of these groups, they will receive that request and either accept it and you'll get a notification via the system that you've been added to the group, or they will contact you if they need further information. So for example, members of the graduate group, it's a requirement for people already to have a board role when they sign up for that group. And so if it's not clear from your profile whether you have a board appointment or not, if you've requested membership of this group, the team may have to come back to you to clarify whether you're in a position to join. So now let's have a look at ways in which you can engage with any groups that you're a member of. If we go to the All CTC Members group, which we can reach by clicking on that link, you'll see that you get the group's homepage, if you like, with a list of latest activity. If you want to communicate with everybody in this group, the easiest way to do that is to use this section here. Obviously this would be your photo and your name. You just click in the box, type whatever it is you want to say, and then click on Post Update. And that will be added to this list of activity, and people will receive emails about that post according to the email setups that they have. You might also want to share a document with the members of this group, in which case you go to the Documents part here, and you can see that this is where other members have been uploading the vacancies list. Tanya uploads her regular update here. And if you want to add something yourself, you need to scroll all the way down through all this material to the end, where you will find a button to click on. And here, this is a simple matter of selecting a file from your own system, adding in a title and some accompanying information, and then you select the relevant category to which your document belongs. You'll see there's a list here, hopefully self-explanatory, and that allows for filing and searching and document retrieval in the future. And obviously click on save and your document will appear in the list. One of the things we're working on is whether we can move that button to the top of this list to save everybody having to scroll down, but at the moment that's where you'll find it. As you will know, one of the main benefits that we all get from being members of Changing the Chemistry is the ability to attend a very wide range of events. There are two main ways in which you can find out what's going on. Firstly, you'll see that there's a calendar here with some dates highlighted in red. These relate to events that are linked to groups that I am a member of, and obviously the same will be for you. There will be some events that are not available to all of us. One example of that is the meetings of the Board of Trustees. Anybody who is part of that group will find that meeting dates for board meetings are highlighted in red, but they don't show up for all members. So this is tailored to each of us according to the way in which we're interacting with Changing the Chemistry as a whole. And when you click on any of the red dates, you'll see that you get taken to the page for the event with all the information that you need to know and information about how to sign up. For some events we're using Eventbrite at the moment. Other events, particularly the target group and the graduate group, are handled internally, and you're asked usually to message the organiser of the group to let them know that you're going to be attending. But for wider events like this one, we use Eventbrite. Another way to check out the range of events that are coming up is to select member events from this menu, and you'll see that you get a list of all the events that are relevant to the various groups that you're part of. And obviously you can click on these links and this takes you to the same page that we were just looking at. Finally, I'm going to talk briefly about how you can get in touch with other members on a more individual basis than simply posting a message for a whole group. The first way in which to do this is to use this member search facility. When you click in the box, you can type the name of the person that you want to contact. Hopefully they will come up in this list and you can select the person you want to send a message to. And this takes you to a version of their profile page for which you can see you have buttons for a public message or a private message. And we'll look at private messages first. When you click on that button, this takes you back to your own profile page. You can see that the person that you've selected is already identified as the recipient. And then it's a simple matter of typing in whatever it is you want to say and clicking on send message. The person that you've been contacting will receive an email to say that they've got a message, and they will also find in their notification menu that the message comes up there too. Now, it may be that you want to send a message to more than one person at a time. Now, it may be that you want to send a message to more than one person at a time, but not simply post something for everybody in the relevant group that you're thinking about. And the way to do that is using the public message option that we saw just now. So if we go back to test users page and click on the public message button, you'll see that this gives us an option to add in as many users as we want to contact together with the message. So Say I wanted to include Tanya in this message. As I start typing her username, you can see that I get a list of options and I can select the person that I want. And if I add in a third person to illustrate the point, I'm sure Morag won't mind me highlighting her. And as you type in the name, you get the person coming up. And then you can just add whatever it is you want to say and decide whether you want to link this to a specific group. This list will be the list of groups for which you are a member, or if you want to just leave it general, you can keep it on My Profile and then click on Post Update. And again, similar with the private messages, each of these people will receive an email to say that they've had a notification, and there will be an entry in their notification list in their profile as well. So the thing to remember about this method is that everybody will be able to see your message even though it's been directed at specific users. You can see here in this list that I did a test message using this method, and test user and Tanya received their individual notifications, but it also gets posted here as well. So other people could contribute if they wanted to. So you just need to bear in mind that there is that public element of this way of working, but it is a useful way of contacting a number of people relatively easily. So I hope you find this useful. If you have any comments, questions, or even suggestions for other things you'd like us to cover in these tutorial videos, please email technical.support@changingthechemistry.org. Thanks very much for watching.